online crew. Let's talk about 10 things that you could do to grow your social media business in 10 minutes or less. Like, a lot of people are just holding themselves back. They're overthinking. You're not doing enough. You're not posting enough. You're thinking a lot about what to do and what to post, but you're not actually executing much. So there's not much action happening, but there's a lot of thinking happening. So let's just talk about 10 things, 10 quick things that you could do in 10 minutes or less to help grow your business. So, this just requires a little bit of thought and a little bit of planning. And it's like, yeah, I've got 10 minutes. I could go and do that activity. So you can write down these things and just have a think. Yep, I've got 10 minutes. What can I do to help build my business? Okay, so I'm just going to get straight into it and let's do it. Oh, hang on. When I say that, just a reminder, those of you in my coaching community, I just finished Practical Reels Training Part 1 in the coaching community Facebook group. So that's where I showed my mobile phone on the screen, pushed all the buttons. We went through Instagram, we went through edits, we went through Facebook and a little bit of TikTok as well with just some of the basic features. So that's Practical Reels Training Part 1. So if you're in my coaching community, and even if you do Reels regularly, I'd still watch the training. Okay. So just go and catch the replay of that if that's relevant to you. So first thing you could do, leave positive comments on 5 people's content. So just you've got 10 minutes. You just instead of scrolling aimlessly, scroll with intention. And while you're looking at people's content and absorbing it, deliberately force yourself to leave comments. Like, actually, if you want more love from social media, you need to give more love to the algorithm. So when you're more active, you'll get more love back from the algorithms. If you're just a scroller, you just look, you lurk, you never comment, you actually don't take many actions, then that's not going to do you many favors. So just comment on 5 people's content, whether that's Instagram or Facebook or TikTok, whatever platforms that you're on. That's just something you could very quickly and easily do. 5 people scrolling, leave them like a comment. Okay. Second thing, in 10 minutes, you can actually record and post a reel or a TikTok or, something in your stories, like just record something and post it somewhere. Okay. So just create a little piece of content in 10 minutes or less. Don't overthink it. With the ability of software like ChatGPT, you can create things really quickly when you know your target market really well and you know what problem you solve for them. You can quickly go into somewhere like Chat and just ask, I just want to do a really compelling piece of content, like just a 30-second message to the ladies that are struggling with this. Like, what's something that they don't really know about XYZ that might help them? And get some information and just turn around and, put up a little B-roll video that you've had in your camera roll, put that wording on it, copy and paste from ChatGPT and get it out there, or put something in your stories. Okay. It doesn't take that long. You've just got to use the tools that are at your disposal and know who you're talking to and what you're talking to them about. And you can get a piece of content out there really quickly. Okay. So I always talk about, there's 3 main things that you should concentrate on when you're building a business on social media. So if you're not doing any one of these 3 things, you're not really building a business. One is content. The other one is conversations. And the other one is, when you're having the conversations, converting them. Okay, so nurturing the lead, converting them into a sale. So are you doing content regularly? Are you having conversations regularly? And are you nurturing your leads and having conversations with them to convert them? Okay, so any one of those kind of things you could do easily in 10 minutes. Okay, number 3, put a valuable post in a group. Like, are you networking in any groups? Groups are great to find prospects, to network with like-minded people in a group that's suitable to your niche market. So go and put a valuable post in a group with people that are looking at information the same as what you can help with. When you do that, you get noticed. It's like, oh, that was really helpful. Who is this person? You can get leads from doing something like that. That's a good thing for you to do in your business. Get into some groups that are like-minded people in your niche market and post something really positive and helpful. I guarantee you it will bring you eyeballs and it will bring you leads. Okay. If you're not doing things like that, you're just missing opportunities. So you could easily do that. You've probably already got content that you could draw from on your own Facebook personal profile or from a post on another platform. You just reuse it and put it in a group. Okay. So that's something you could do in 10 minutes or less. Executing ICQ, you could easily do in 10 minutes or less. So ICQ, if you're not familiar with my strategy around that, it's you're going to look for people with intention and you're going to leave them a compliment and you're going to ask them a question. So intentionally look for the right kind of people. And when you're scrolling, yes, that looks like, a normal human being. There's a lot of people on social media that just, they don't post at all, or they put random stuff up. Like, you don't want to leave comments on everybody. You want to be intentional with who you're choosing to compliment, and then think of a reason to compliment them on their post or something that they've got in their stories, and then find a reason to ask them a question. When you give comments that are nice and complimentary to people, you get noticed. So if you want to stand out from the crowd, do ICQ every day. Intention, compliment, question. So while you're scrolling aimlessly, and I know you all do, don't tell me you don't. How many times do you pick up your phone a day? And I bet you're looking at content and you hardly ever comment. So instead of wasting your time, do ICQ. So look, oh yes, that person looks interesting. You see a post of theirs. Think of something to say that's a compliment. Okay. And then if you can weave something into that, ask them a question, or where was that, or something around, like, think of a reason to ask them a question and keep the conversation going. That's what keeps you noticed. You can do that in the feed. You can do it in stories. You can do it in Messenger. You can do it in all those places. Intention, compliment, question. Okay. That's what gets you noticed. That's what gets you having more conversations. That's what builds trust. Okay. Awesome thing to do when you've got 10 minutes of your time to do. Okay. Number 5, look back at your own posts. Scroll back on your own posts. Click down the drop down arrow that says newest comments or recent comments, and see if there's anybody on your feed that you have not responded to in the last week or so. Okay, so respond to people that may have left a comment. The amount of people that I scroll their feed and they've put something out and they've got comments and they've not acknowledged those people. You should acknowledge everybody. If that like everybody that leaves a comment on a post of yours. So go and look, spend 10 minutes of your time going back to your own feed, clicking down that little drop-down box. I've got my spare phone here, so I can show you that. If I go to, let's see if I've got one. My profile. Okay. So that my recent post. Okay. I scroll and then I go into the comments. So click comment. Okay. And then while I'm in the comments section, you can see this on Instagram as well. Here, it's saying most relevant. I want to click the arrow. No. You go click. And it says most relevant, hidden by you, newest, or all comments. Okay, so that on Instagram as well. So I'm going to click newest and see if there's any new. And there isn't, because I'm good at responding to my people. Okay. But you can see if there's anybody that's left a comment that like is a new comment that you've just missed. You got on with your day. You posted something 3 days ago and somebody commented on it, and you've posted it a couple of times, and like, that's old news to you. You posted that 3 days ago. You should spend 10 minutes of your time at least once a week. It depends how often you actually post, but going back into the comments section, changing the drop down arrow to newest, and see if there's anybody you missed. Make sure you give love back to the people that are giving you love. If somebody comments, they give you a love heart. You could even, somebody that's given you a love heart, message them and say, thanks for your love on my post yesterday. That's a good use of your time. Okay, so make sure you're doing those things, and you could do that very quickly in 10 minutes. Okay, number 6, repost an older top performing post or reel. I do this all the time when I get strapped for time with my reels. If I haven't like pre-recorded and like another one ready to go, or I haven't got time to do it in the moment, I'll just go back, find one that performed really well, and I will repost it. I gave you guys an example only like two or 3 weeks ago. I did that and I woke up to 75 new leads the next morning between Instagram and TikTok, but it was a repurposed reel back from November. That's a good use of your time. So instead of thinking, I don't know what to post, and you don't post anything at all, take 10 minutes, scroll back to your grid, or take notice of something that's performed well previously and just repost it. You can do that in 10 minutes. It's better for you to do that than not post anything at all. Okay. Number 7, you take 10 minutes and schedule some content. If you know that you're going to be busy in the evening or busy on the weekend or something, but you've got an idea, or you can repost something, like schedule some content in advance, so you don't have 5 or 7 days going up without anything being posted because you know you're going to be busy or you're going away, etc. So just take 10 minutes and schedule something to go up. Maybe you're ready to post something, or you've got a thought, but it's like, it's really not a good time to post. It's 2:00 in the morning in your part of the world. Just do it anyway and just schedule it. Okay. So it doesn't take long to have some thought, even like I was saying for number 6, like content that's done really well before. Like go back and spend some time just looking back at content that did better, and then schedule it. Okay. So it's all about learning how to work smarter and not harder. Number 8, spend a good 10 minutes. This is building on what I was just said, working out what content of yours has worked. So many people, you're just posting and praying, and you're not even looking back or really evaluating your stats. If you're on the professional mode of Facebook and like on Instagram, you've got analytics, you've got data, you've got things that's actually telling you what is performing better than others, what is getting more engagement than other types of posts. So look at the data. Just take 10 minutes, scroll back, your own feed, and have a look at the data and see what got more engagement, and make sure that you do more of that. That's a great use of your time. So when you can do things that have worked well and you do more of it, you'll get better results on social media. If you are just haphazard, you're all over the place, you're just posting and praying, and you never really evaluate what worked better than other types of content, then you're just wasting a lot of time. Okay. You're not working smarter, you're working harder. Okay. Number 9, invite people to follow you, whether that's on Instagram, whether that's on Facebook. On the professional mode of Facebook, you actually get suggestions of people to invite to your, to follow you. So even on your personal profile. So if you don't know how to do that, if anything I say is like, I don't really know how to do that, you go to ChatGPT and say, oh, I've actually just found out there's a feature in Facebook that can tell me, who I should send a follow to. Like, how do I do that? And then it'll give you step-by-step instructions of how to do that. Okay. It's just all in your settings. So invite people to follow you. If you are talking to the same people all the time and they're not giving you much love, you have to build your following outside those people. There is no use not growing your following and keep posting, but you're posting to the same people that aren't already supporting you. So how do you grow a business? You've got to grow your following. So if you've got a really small audience, you don't have a lot of eyeballs looking at you on your socials, whether that's Instagram or Facebook or TikTok or wherever, one of your goals every day should be growing your audience. So how do you do that? You put reels out because they go to non-followers. You put really good content out, like posts out, because that can attract non-followers. But you can also invite people to follow you actively. So that's a good use of your time. And you could do that in 10 minutes. Okay. And number 10, stories. Create a story. You can easily do that in 10 minutes a day. If you're watching this training now, if you're on a computer, you can pull out your phone. You're just videoing me. Getting some top tips of how to build my business in 10 minutes a day. You tag me and you post it in your stories. So easy to do. When you learn to pull out your phone and just record things while you're living your day rather than thinking, what should I post? And you're actually thinking of ideas to create content. If you just learn to create content while you're already living your ordinary day, and just, shared more stuff in your stories about what you're doing, what you're up to, a good tip, something you learned, and you created more stories, that would be a very good use of your time, because that's the behind the scenes stuff when people really feel like they get to know you. And we are in a trust economy. People are not going to buy anything off you if they don't think they trust you. But with that is that saying, know, like, and trust. So how are you letting people get to know you? If your content is all kind of crafted reels, crafted posts, but there's no behind the scenes type content, there's no way for really people to get to know who you really are, there's a missing link there. And people would rather reach out to people that they know, like, and trust than somebody who's got all their walls up and doesn't really show much of themselves. So you can easily create a story in 10 minutes or less with what you're doing in your day, or a thought that you might have, or a positive, inspirational thing to say, or just something that you're doing in your day. It doesn't have to be product or business related. Okay. So there's 10 quick things. I don't know if that was helpful to you, but I am sure there is a number of those 10 things that you could go and do in 10 minutes or less in your day to help, create some activity to help you boost, your business and grow your business. So have a think of those 10 things, see how you can weave them into your day. And, I have no doubt that it's going to be really beneficial for you. So I hope that was really helpful. And just lastly, remember, if you are in my coaching community, just remember to go and watch the replay if you weren't with me live just before, with the Practical Reels Training Part 1. I went through Instagram, edits, Facebook, and a little bit of a cool feature on TikTok that you could use as well. So go and watch the replay of that training if you're a coaching community member. If you're not a coaching community member, but you would like to be, just put the word coaching community in the comments and we can get you that information. Okay, I will see you on my next live. Bye.